Have you ever stopped to think about it? There's this one simple, yellow metal that has outlasted every single empire, every civilization, and yeah, every form of paper money we've ever cooked up. So today, let's dive into the absolutely incredible 5,000-year story of gold.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? While everything else in human history seems to rise and fall, to change, or just disappear entirely, gold just remains. It's a constant.
And that really brings us to the core question here. What is it about this specific metal that gives it such unbelievable staying power? Why has it never, not once in 5,000 years, completely failed as a way to hold on to value? To really get this, we gotta go back in time. Just imagine for a second, you're holding a Roman aureus, a solid gold coin that was minted way back in 79 CE. It probably looks almost new. You could melt that coin down right now, and the gold atoms inside, they wouldn't have a clue they were ever Roman money. They just don't age. The value is still right there.
And that right there perfectly illustrates the main idea. For 5 millennia, across every single culture on Earth, we've all had this unspoken agreement. Gold is valuable. It's like a social contract that's written in atoms, not on some piece of paper, and it's the only one we've never, ever decided to just rip up.
So let's see how this ancient trust works in our modern world, because it creates this huge, fundamental conflict. The hard physics of gold clashing with the promises behind the money we use every single day.
And that government money has a name: fiat currency. The word fiat actually comes from Latin, meaning let it be done. A dollar is worth a dollar for one reason. The government says it is, and we all agree to go along with that belief. There's nothing physical backing it up anymore.
And this slide really lays out the massive difference. Gold's value, it's rooted in the real physical world, its unique chemistry, its provable finite supply. Fiat currency's value, on the other hand, is rooted in trust. Trust in a government's promise to manage its economy and not go crazy with the printing press. So, one is based on physics, the other is based entirely on a promise.
So what happens when that promise gets stretched? Well, since the US dollar was totally disconnected from gold back in 1971, which allowed for unlimited money printing, it has lost a staggering 85% of its purchasing power. Just think about that. 85% of its value gone thanks to inflation. This brings us to the really big players. If our currencies are so convenient, why are nations and their central banks hoarding physical gold like it's the ultimate insurance policy for survival?
This is the key. Every other financial asset you can think of, a stock, a bond, even the cash in your bank account, is basically a promise from someone else. It has what's called counterparty risk, the risk that the other side of the deal won't or can't make good on their promise. Physical gold has zero counterparty risk. It's an asset that stands completely on its own. It's a thing, not a promise.
And just look at this trend. It's incredible. Before the 2008 financial crisis, central banks were actually net sellers of gold. They were getting rid of it. After 2008, that trend completely flipped on its head. And then in 2022, they bought over 1,000 tons, the most in a single year since 1967. They are absolutely voting with their vaults.
This global movement actually has a name: de-dollarization. You've got countries like China, Russia, and India actively buying up physical gold to reduce how much they depend on the US dollar and the US financial system. It's a power move to gain more financial independence.
But hey, it's not just about nations. On a personal level, for you and me, gold has always played this role of a safe haven. It's often called the fear index because people tend to flock to it when they're getting nervous about what's coming next.
And history shows this incredibly clear pattern. During the 2008 financial meltdown, the start of the 2020 pandemic, and the geopolitical conflicts of 2022. Just as fear and uncertainty were spiking, so was the value of gold. It's where money runs to hide when the conventional systems feel shaky. Okay, so let's tie all of this together. In our super high-tech digital-first world, why does this ancient physical metal still hold so much power and so much relevance?
To really feel its power, you have to get your head around just how rare gold truly is. If you could somehow gather every single ounce of gold ever mined in all of human history, it would all fit into a single cube measuring just 22 meters on each side. That's it. For the entire planet, that's all there is.
So, in the end, gold's enduring value comes from this incredible combination of unchanging physical properties. First, it's scarce. You can't just print more of it. Second, it's unbelievably durable. It's practically eternal. And third, it's backed by 5,000 years of unbroken universal trust.
Which leaves us with one final massive thought to chew on. As we head into a future full of cryptocurrencies, central bank digital currencies, and AI-driven finance, does this 5,000-year-old metal become the ultimate anchor of trust that we all fall back on? Or is it just a shiny relic whose time has finally passed? History strongly suggests one answer, but of course, the future is still unwritten.